Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 53 of Two Left Thumbs, your source of weekly gaming news and updates. In this week's episode, we'll be talking about The Last of Us Part 2, Sony State of Play, Gears 5 breaking records, what's next for Anthem, kind of lost on that myself, and Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC. We also have all the weekly deals across all console platforms for you. My name is Static Oz, joined with me as usual, my good friends, Great Aussie Gamer and Deaf Puppies. What's going on, guys?
Hi. I survived last week, just. Still slowly dying, but I'm better.
I'm going to say, how are you surviving this week?
Terribly. Absolutely terribly. So I was down and out most this week. I did manage to finish Plague Tale Innocent, which was really good. I love the like there's a final battle for that, which was really fucking cool. Like I can't talk about it because spoilers, but it's really fucking fun.
Did you like the ending?
I did, yeah.
Cool.
I did. The ending was good. So I would like almost nearly play that again, and that's rare for me. It was fun. And then what else did I do? I started Kingdom Come Deliverance. So I've thrown myself into another RPG, which is gonna go well, I guess.
Why do you do this to yourself?
Because I love to hate myself, right? It's undying need to cause myself pain and misery through open world exploration and never ending quests. That's what I do.
That's a pretty chunky game, isn't it? Talk to me about it. I've never played it.
So far I'm about, I want to say about 8 hours in. The prologue was about 3 hours. Just like the kind of setting up the main story. You're starting as a young teen. Your father's a well-known blacksmith. For his work, it's set in the, I want to say like the 20th-ish century. I can't remember exactly. It's around then. It's like all old and shit. Very basic reality. It's based in the actual town. Again, details escape me because that's me. So I'm good at describing things. But anyway, so the prologue is kind of setting up the story, and again, it's hard to kind of spoil. There's some twists at the start I don't want to spoil as well, which are really cool. But then you get kind of thrust into this adventure, and you're out on your own in the world, and you start with nothing, and yeah, that's it, and you're kind of on your way. You kind of meet these characters and make all these choices, which will apparently affect your story progress later on. So it's very dynamic. It's like, so if you choose to let someone live, that could come back later on, or it depends on how you treat people, it's how you'll be received as well.
Yeah.
There you go. It's set in the 1400s.
Still me to the rescue.
You were super close.
To the rescue, thank you. I was super close. So close.
Like a couple of centuries off.
But it's just a couple. It's fine. It's only like a couple. It's fine.
It's not like it's a couple of hundred years or anything. Jesus.
As far as like your you've got like a little mini map. The map is really cool as well. It's like, it looks like those really old hand drawn maps with like the little characters and that kind of stuff on there. They're kind of cartoony. Yep. For back then, obviously. And as far as combat goes, it is really interesting. So with your bow and arrow, there's no crosshair at all. So you actually have to try and learn how to aim these things and master these crafts. The sword combat is really deep. Like, you've got that, like, when you lock onto someone to fight them, there's like a little star that comes up on their chest. And if there's a red arrow that's faded in a certain way, it's like just a little red line. Yeah. You can't hit them from that direction because they will 100% block it. So you've got to learn to read that, learn to swing in the different directions, and use, I think you've got two different attacks. You've got like a lunge attack and then your general swing attack as well.
So it's like a deeper system than For Honor.
I was about to say, it sounds like very
For Honor. Sounds very For Honor. Yeah.
Yeah, except it's all first person as well, which is...
Yeah. Is there any magic or fantasy to it, or is it strictly medieval?
None that I've seen yet. It's strictly medieval as far as I know. Like I said, I'm only about 8 hours in. The lock picking and all the little systems in it are really interesting. They're going to take like a lot of skill to master. Like the lock picking, you've got to do like 4 or 5 things at once while trying to follow a person. So you've got to get into their pocket, and it brings up like a little menu, and you've got to pan across with your mouse, click on the thing you want to steal, and then drag it back to the exit. So you got to click, drag. It's really interesting. And if they're walking, this is like you've got to do it while moving as well.
Yeah, okay. And you're playing on PC.
Yeah, I'm playing on PC. Yeah. It's on Game Pass Ultimate.
So it's on console, isn't it?
It's on console as well, yeah. But all the like the little systems are really, really cool, and like there's a lot of depth to them, and I really like that. So that's gonna be me for the next 6 months, I think. Just pickpocketing people and sneaking, I guess.
Is it a long game though?
I don't know.
Because I don't know.
He'll let you know in 3 months.
Head that it is.
I'll let you know in 3 months.
I've got it in my head that it's not a really, really like Assassin's Creed, which are long. I think it's a bit on the shorter side, which would probably be good for you.
It'd be probably good. Yeah, I don't know.
Is there leveling mechanics? Like, do you level up? Do you pick skills?
You you level up and pick skills. So each level up, you get skill points. I'm still kind of figuring out the menus. They're a little odd. Just because
the old menu.
Old menu. But you can, once you get level up points, you can unlock different masteries. So if you use combat a lot, you'll unlock that quicker. As I was saying with your pickpocketing and your stealth stuff. So if you're doing that stuff more, it'll unlock that more. But there's like a general point system as well where you can give yourself perks and lean into like one. Like you get to choose. Is it strength, agility?
Yeah. Okay.
And so they lean into different things.
So it follows the general RPG tropes of.
Yeah, generally, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But
Sounds good.
Each one of those leans into like different skills. So if you're going all strength, you'll be better at combat. Agility, you'll be better at sneaking, all that kind of stuff. Well, there you go. Apparently, it's about hundreds of hours.
It's about hundreds
of hours.
Jesus, spy puppies.
Almost as many years as you were out of the century it's in.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, well, you're gone then.
Yeah.
That was nice knowing you.
It was nice. I'll be speaking old speak by next week.
You will be. Ye old English.
Ye old English.
Mate, I have been busy. It has been a busy week gaming. I have got finished Borderlands. Borderlands 3 is done. Every side mission bar a couple is finished. And obviously main campaign. Very long game. It's been a while since I did Borderlands 2, and I've kind of forgotten how good it is just to play a single player campaign that's really beefy that can go for quite a long time. And there's still some more stuff now that I can go back and do. But really enjoyed my time with it. It's just Borderlands 2 upgraded, but that's about it. The story is nothing super flash. The writing is average at best, but the humor is there, the gunplay is there, the loot is there, the world is there, Claptrap is there, and it's all fun to play. So I really enjoyed the environments and everything else they've got going on there. But that's it. I'm going to move into. So it's got two modes at the end. Without spoiling anything, there's Mayhem mode, and there's Mayhem mode 1, 2, and 3. Now what that does is it alters the universe a little bit by some magic stone. Don't ask me how, it's Borderlands. So you put this stone in the sanctuary into the ship, and wherever you go, depending on what you select, level 1, 2, or 3, 3 being the highest and the hardest, 1 being not so hard, it bumps all the enemies up by, depending on what you pick, 50%, 100%, 300%, buffs all your loot drops, money drops, everything. It pretty much just upgrades the game, makes it a lot harder. And then you can also go into True Vault Hunter mode, which is you restart the game, same character, with all your levels equipped, everything, and off you go.
It's like a new game plus.
Yeah, but everything is
You keep everything as it was.
yeah, but all the enemies, everything is scaled up.
Yep.
To 50, and if it's like the previous games, then there is going to be hidden missions inside of that and different things to do. And then there's the raid boss and all that stuff, but I won't be ready to do that. I don't know when that's. I don't think it's out yet. I think it's coming in an update, but we'll see. What else was there? I got my Greedfall review is done. That is up on YouTube now. Really good game. Super solid RPG. Definitely go check it out. It's not full price. I don't know what it is in Australia. It's like maybe $50 in Australia, which is pretty good for a brand new
That's not
game.
too bad.
Yeah.
You get like 30 hours out of it, something like that, roughly.
Yeah, and I didn't fully complete. I beat the main campaign, didn't do all of the side missions. There was still quite a few to do, and those side missions were really good. They're so well done. The writing, acting, everything. The choices and the consequences of the story works out really well. What else was there? There was more. Modern Warfare. We all got into play that. Hop back in again today. I've been absolutely loving it. It's been so long since I played COD. So
have you've just been doing it all on PC?
Everything on PC. Yep.
Everything on PC, yeah.
Yeah. So that is. I think that's it. That's all I've done. There you go. That's a week's worth.
I myself have also been playing Borderlands 3. I haven't been having as good a time as you have.
I know.
I really haven't been enjoying it. To me, the story is absolute shit. It just doesn't catch me at all. The main antagonists, I guess, are fucking horrendous.
Oh yeah, they're terrible.
It's not caught me at all. The only reason I find myself going back to it is for the one-liners. That's it.
Which there are good ones.
Yeah, there's some real good ones, and like your own kind of like your own dialect as well, or dialogue as well is quite hilarious. So that's the only thing that's really keeping me going back to it. I don't really.
Are you gonna go through to the end?
I will do, but I don't have a need to do it in any kind of time frame. I'll just get through it. To me, it literally is Borderlands 2. It's the same, much of the same. It's Borderlands 2 with sliding and mantling. That's about it for me. So it's
and some more quality of life things. Have also been added to it. Yes, it is definitely, like you said, it is 2.5, whatever you want to call it.
You know, but a lot of people are loving it. A lot of people have a much better opinion of it than I do, and that's great. You know, I'm happy that they do. I'm happy it's been well received. It's just it's not catching me as much as it is everyone else. So, and I have heard a lot of other people. Yeah, I have heard a lot of other people are much the same.
Yeah,
but obviously the sort of the main takeaway is everyone's kind of loving it for the most part. So, but, you know, I mean, it's a very hard recipe to go wrong with. Like Borderlands 2 was great anyway. So it's just more, but to me, it's just more of the same. So.
Is it that? And I think that they knew that. That's why they aimed for it. They didn't want to reinvent it. They, like I said, if this had been, you know, the second game for this generation, this wouldn't have flown at all.
Nope.
Like this would have
if this was
just review bombed if it was this is what it did again. So they won't be able to get away with it again.
No, absolutely not.
They've got to have to evolve the series.
I'll have to change it up quite a bit. So
really. And because it went so it was so high on my list, I left it alone for a few nights. I jumped into Assetto Corsa, which is another sort of racing simulator, and Forza Motorsport 7 for some drift practice again, just to sort of get back into it, see if my wheel still works. It does. Pretty happy about that. So that that was just standard sort of things for myself. They were pretty. I always know what I'm getting into with those. It's either I'm going to do really well or I'm going to do really poor, and both prevailed. So I wasn't really let down with that. Apart from that, also got into the Modern Warfare beta. And that was I only really got into that last night. And and I also played it on PC, which was a test of my prowess on the old mouse and keyboard. And by the end of the
Launch
night,
it, ladies and gentlemen,
I know I'm not great, and I've there's still times where I'm looking down at the keys to see where the hell what I've got to push. And the worst part about it is they're keys that in another game I would push all the time. So it's not like I don't know where they're at. It's just all of a sudden you find yourself going, oh shit, it's this one. So I'm still looking at times.
I was talking about this the other night when we were playing, because I'm so used to COD being a controller input for me, moving to
same
mouse and keyboard was
same.
super weird, right?
Yeah.
I'm laughing at me. Like, no, things are weird when it's mouse and keyboard, and I'm used to.
We were laughing at you because you changed to your controller to see if things changed.
Like,
That's what we were laughing at.
You said it.
Like, of course, it's going to change.
Like, like to see how different it felt. I was making the comparison.
Yeah, no,
and
we got it. It was the way you worded it. Yeah.
Anyway,
you're digging that hole again.
Yeah, he is.
Look, I like my hole. I'm proud of my fucking hole. I'll keep my hole.
No, but look, I had a great time in it. I wasn't expecting to have as much fun as I did. Again, though, I think that comes down to the people you're playing with and the time you spend in it.
Most multiplayer is kind of like that.
Yeah, I did atrociously. I think the best score I put up, there was never a positive KD, and the best kill count I might have put up might have been somewhere between 7 and 9.
That's still pretty good.
At absolute best.
Generally on a PC as well.
Generally, it's around 3. So
that's pretty good. Did you? While we're on it, we might as well just keep talking. Did you?
Yeah.
The night vision mode.
Yeah, I loved it.
That was fun.
Absolutely loved it.
Night vision mode was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really weird because it's not that much different, but it is. Like, it's still the same game modes, but it's just a totally different perspective of what's going on. And with like the lighting changes, I'm fine, I swear. All the lighting changes with like you've been able to use that light to your advantage as well.
Did you guys try and take the night vision goggles off to see how it played?
No. Yeah, don't.
Yeah, don't. It wasn't good.
It's just running around in the dark. So I'll just explain it though for anyone who has not watched any of it. There's a new mode in the Call of Duty. It is the exact same multiplayer map. It was team deathmatch. I think we were playing.
We played a few different.
But for the night vision mode, they only had the team deathmatch. They didn't have many others.
No, we had capture the point capture as well.
Oh well, sweet. Yeah. Either way, what it is it pretty much just puts the whole game in dark mode, and you need to run with your night vision goggles. But it sounds like a simple thing, and in the end, it is. But what it does is it really brings into play light. So if you ADS and you have a laser pointer on your weapon, you're going to give away your position.
All weapons have the laser pointer in that mode.
And also, I played again. They've turned the ambient noise down, so footsteps and everything like that are much more prominent. That's why we're hearing them so much better, because it's nighttime. So everything is a lot quieter. And flashbangs, stunners, everything like that. Putting flashlights on your guns just messes with other people. So really cool. Simple game mode, but I reckon it was heaps of fun.
The ground war was interesting. We actually didn't get it to work 100%. We tried two games?
Yeah, I played a few more today.
They're really fun, but we ended up getting booted both times. Like, we never finished. Like that night, I never finished a match of ground war. I was always getting booted like midway through the match.
Their servers were on Struggle Street trying to run those.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah,
they were a lot of fun. I'd got even less kills in those because I just couldn't see where people were. It was because it was because it's so long distance. Like it's such a long game. I was getting sniped running across. I was running, jumping, sliding. Like I'm in the open. I've got to at least try and do something to not get sniped. No,
I was landing
single shot body kills and
what's the puppies? Do you want to explain the game mode?
Yeah.
So ground war, it's Battlefield basically. So it's basically an open war field. You've got teams of 32. Two teams of 32, is that right? Yeah. Larger map, vehicles, same kind of loadout selection, and that's it. It's
Multiple.
basically
You got different spawn
yeah,
points. You can
it's
spawn on your
it's spawn on your-
teammates.
yeah, you spawn on teammates. You spawn on objective points. Again, it's capture the zones, get the kills, get the points. More points, the more zones you've got, the more points you acquire. I'm pretty sure as well.
Yeah.
But if anyone has played Battlefield, it is exactly the same.
Just with a
Except
COD
With a
aesthetic.
COD feel to it, and it's slightly smaller. Like they're nowhere near as they're probably about what? Honestly, half the size of the Battlefield maps.
Yeah, it
And
has to
again,
be.
Battlefields like they have a lot more players on the ground too. But yeah, there's helicopters, there's ATVs, there's tanks. There's a few other personnel vehicles as well with cannons, with cannons on them.
And it's a weird game mode though, because unlike Battlefield's very team oriented. Like, get your squad together and go do your thing. Like a squad can take over a control zone real quick. This is just fucking chaos. This is like Michael Bay on crack. There's just bombs and shit going
Shit
off everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah, all
tanks
the
falling from the sky. It's
like
just
Mr. Vengeance says in chat, all the extra kill streaks, because you get your kill streaks as well.
yeah.
There's shit everywhere. There are like 5 UAVs going off. There's
cruise missiles
landing.
Yeah,
choppers everywhere. It's really intense, but it was pretty fun. Like
it was heaps of fun. Heaps of fun. I got that clip. I'll upload it to Twitter too. How I hijacked the helicopter and parked it on the big ass tower.
That was so good because everybody started spawning on you.
Yeah. I'm getting. Are you guys going to get Call of Duty? Do you think you'll pick it up on release or even down the line a little bit?
For me, probably down the line.
Yeah, down the line. I'll probably pick it up on PS4.
Yeah, I might grab it.
I'll see what's going on. That's another thing. Yeah,
crossplay. So that actually worked really well.
It did work really well. It even showed you, like the
that was a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it was
activation.
It literally showed you the platform that people were playing on and how. So if it was Xbox with mounted keyboard, it would show you. If it was PC with a controller, it would show you that as well. So that was, I felt that was a really cool touch. So you kind of know what the lobby's looking like as far as what you're about to face. So that was really cool. I enjoyed that.
And what that does for the longevity of the game is huge.
Yeah, well, once
by putting that whole pool of everyone together, is pretty sweet.
No, it's good. It'll do wonders for the game term because there's always new Call of Duty, but towards the end of the cycle, player bases drop off, and that might be just Xbox or just PlayStation, and then you've just got one platform that just kind of dies really fast. The other one
generally
dies a little slower.
PC dies.
Yeah. But this is good. This means everyone's gonna those who are still actively playing can all play together, and it won't matter as much. Like the queue times will be shorter, games will still fill, lag will be better, maybe.
Well, they're server based now. First for
true.
So I don't know. I was super impressed with the beta. I thought everything ran smooth. Obviously, we had there's a few issues.
There's some really big hiccups.
For a beta, it's good. I mean, they got a month and a bit until release. They're not gonna.
Yeah. So I had
change everything, but you can fine tune things.
I got booted back to BIOS after I alt tabbed out of the game, which was fun. That happened twice. I know we had a lot of issues with finding matches as well. I think there was a bug where at certain times if you tried to matchmake, it gets stuck in a loop and not actually matchmake, which I think was what was happening to us. So you had to back out of matchmaking entirely, nearly out of the entire game, and then go back in, re-squad up, and then generally match made pretty quickly. Yeah.
Which hopefully they fix that type of shit. I mean, that's why they got a beta. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So hopefully this feedback gets to them and they can fix that before release, because those are pretty nasty issues. Maybe they'll fire.
I'm in. The only issue I have with this whole game is it releases on the same day as fucking the Outer Worlds.
Yeah, see, I'm more inclined to get Outer Worlds.
But the good thing with that is COD is always going to be there.
Yeah, it's not a live service.
It's one of those things that's just always going to be there. So you can go play Outer Worlds and come back to it and not have missed anything, you know. So I'm
interested to see how they're gonna monetize this one.
Yeah,
because there was like in the beta there was door, there was nothing there, like there was no mention of it. So it'd be interesting to see what they do.
Mate, it's Activision. They are world class at holding that shit back until
we won't see that till a month after the game launch.
Yeah,
and then they go, "Here's a fucking beefy patch, adds in all the DLC, not DLC, all the microtransactions and all that shit." Hopefully, they don't go overboard, but
hopefully not.
Who knows?
But because there's a lot of potential for that to go very well, especially with the style of games we're seeing and how the leveling systems for the weapons and stuff work. There's some potential for that to go very wrong. Especially if they start throwing attachments. I don't think they will. They never have.
Red dots. Red dot, $5. Red dot, $5.
What else? I can't remember. Let's go on.
Are we getting a campaign with this one?
Yes.
Awesome. So no more BR.
Is, we're not sure.
Sure on what?
We have it for a BR in this one.
They haven't said anything, but
they haven't said anything yet.
And I feel like they would have. They've already got a server. There's servers that have 6 people. They've got vehicles. It'll be there.
They've got the groundwork for it. You're saying?
Yeah, I just don't think it'll go in at launch.
I don't think it'll be like the last Black Ops where it'll be like a staple of the game. It'll be just kind of a complementary game mode like all the others. And they'll probably put it in with the patch with the microtransactions.
I've got a theory that they're holding it off because of the amount of games that are coming out. You wouldn't want to you think about if you come to say November or January next year or whatnot with a massive update for the new Call of Duty that introduces our new Battle Royale, you would drag people back into it. If it comes out on release, it'll fizzle out with all these other games coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
That's that.
It was fun. That's that.
No, we all had a lot of fun. We took the piss out of each other while we were playing, which is always a bit of a staple, really. So as far as that goes, it was a lot of fun, and I will be into it, just not straight away. Especially not if there's going to be a BR. I don't know. I have a problem with BRs in games that you pay money for. Just in general, because a lot of them, that's where they're sort of pushing their microtransactions through the BR. So I don't want to see any of that.
And season passes and games.
Yeah, I don't want to see any of that. You've already paid your money for the game. I don't want to see any of that shit. If there is a BR, I don't want to see any of that shit in it.
Skins, whatever. Fuck them. But none of the season pass shit.
Yeah.
So done with it.
Right, moving on. Freebies.
Mm-hmm.
On PSN, we have Batman Arkham Knight and Darksiders 3, as we have for the last 2 to 3 weeks now. Deal of the week on PSN is F1 2019 is $60. We also have Assassin's Creed Odyssey is $45 and The Division 2 $43. Formula 1 2019, something. It's it's gonna sound really odd. I like racing games, but it's far too racy for me. But I've always wanted to check it out. Like it's like a next level of racing simulator. It's flat out racing simulator. So it's one I've always wanted to check out. I don't think $60 is low enough yet, but especially not being that we're right at the end of 2019 and 2020 is probably going to come out real soon. But it's definitely been on my list for a while. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You could tell us a little bit about that, perhaps, I guess.
I could tell you so much about that game. How much is it again?
It is $45, sorry.
Go buy it.
Go buy it. There you go.
Do it.
Simple.
It's like, I know I go on about how because I played it for really long. But that was including like all the DLC and stuff as well. So I've still got like a little chunk to go towards the end, but I did most of the DLC and the main game in one chunk. And that content was dropped out over a year. I was just really late to get into the game. But it is a really good game. Lots of stuff there to do. Good Assassin's Creed game. You should go buy it.
There you go. Black Rage just gave you your out then too. She said that could be revenge for the Borderlands chat, but you know,
it could have been, but
unlucky. On we go.
It comes up enough that I chatted.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel like we've covered Assassin's Creed Odyssey on this fucking podcast for 6 episodes.
That's it.
Yeah,
I feel like I've played the game through puppies.
I feel like I've played the game. Yeah.
Exactly.
And the Division 2.
Last time Assassin's Creed is coming up.
Yeah, it's probably not.
Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a new one, and it's gonna suck me in just after I finish Deliverance. And I'm like, oh boy, here I go again.
All right, over on Xbox we got Games with Gold, Hitman, the complete first season, and We Were Here. Deals with Gold, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled for $53. Mark of the Ninja Remastered for $14. Pups, anything on them?
Yep. Let me pull up my
unprepared.
Oh no, I'm prepared. I swear to God. So Mark of the Ninja Remastered is obviously Mark of the Ninja Remastered. This is a 2D scrolling, 2D scrolling stealth game. So if for those who aren't familiar with the older ones, if anyone knows the 2D scrolling Assassin's Creed game that they launched that no one really gave a shit about.
Yeah.
There's like the India one, the China one.
Yeah.
It's that kind of formula. You've got to go through this 2D world, sneak in between guards, take them out using various traps, hiding in locations, and assassinating them, and solving these small puzzles to get through the levels. Very similar art style to what Damsel looks like as well. So it's that kind of cartoon look about it, which is really nice. But yeah, I'd get that. $14, hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
On the Switch, we have Untitled Goose Game. Seems like it has a title. And Moonlighter. Sorry, Untitled Goose Game is $23 and Moonlighter is $19. Anything on those two dudes?
I've played Moonlighter. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
if you like your old school,
Game.
like yeah. Woo up, mate. Woo up.
Whoa, are you
Relax.
We'll get to your cranky goose game.
You've said enough. Sit down.
I know you're just going to turn Untitled Goose Game into a talk about fucking Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, well, you know.
I don't want to hear it. Okay. Moonlighter is it's like old school Zelda. So top down, you're a shopkeeper. You got to go out to these dungeons. You know, collect things.
Is that typically what a shopkeeper does? Go to dungeons, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
it's definitely a shopkeeper to stay away from, yeah.
Anyone that works in retail, let us know. Is that what you do? You guys have done for shit. Let us know in the chat.
This one sells cool shit.
Fair cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Short, doesn't go forever, and I found it really good. I played it on release.
Nice.
And enjoyed it.
All right, great. Let's kick back. Pups. Untitled Goose Game.
All right. Untitled Goose Game. This game, the more I see of people playing it, the more it speaks to me on a fucking spiritual level, I swear to God. So basically, you're a goose, and the entire premise is you just be an absolute prick to all these humans that you're interacting with. So there's these different levels, and like you've got to like, I don't even know what the objective is, but I just see all these clips. It came out yesterday, I think. It's been announced for a while. We're kind of keeping an eye on it. And basically, the aim of the game is to be the biggest jerk possible. So you like steal people's keys, you lock them in garage doors, you can terrify them into cowering on their hands and knees and just honk at them repetitively. It's the main aim of the game is just to be the biggest prick you can be to everyone around you. You destroy shit, you throw people's radios down wells, and it just looks like so much fun. And I will be getting it at some point.
Blackjack is right. You are way too excited describing this. But
I know, and I'm getting.
You're excited. You're excited enough for me to be interested now. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I showed my wife clips and I'm fucking getting this game. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
Why? I said because I get to be the biggest jerk possible and be a goose at the same time. Everyone knows geese are scary as shit, and it's gonna be fun.
It's multiplayer, isn't it? Because it's on the
have no
Epic
idea.
Games Store as well.
I'm not sure if it's a multiplayer.
I think it is.
Everything I've seen is single player. There could be multiplayer on it still, though. I can see that working.
Nice.
You can have it, mate. And I look forward to hearing about it next week.
Oh, you will.
I don't know. You got me excited about it now.
Yeah.
There's no way I would ever have thought.
If I'm going to pick it up on Switch or PC.
Well, let me know.
That is
There's
determined.
absolutely no way I would ever have thought that a game with Goose in the title would have had me, but you got me.
Yeah, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be serial cleaner all over again.
Oh god. Isn't it done by the studio's called House?
Yeah.
Name.
It's called House.
Cool.
It's going to be amazing.
All right, we'll jump over to the next one and a new one this week. The Epic Store, Stormy, you're welcome. I know you're real keen on this. Batman Arkham series. We have two lots of freebies on there. 6 games essentially. Batman Arkham series, which is 3 games, and the Batman Lego Batman trilogy, all for free on the Epic Store. Is there any time until when is that finish?
It's got a week, I think.
We really should have looked at that.
We should
keep up with.
It's hard. Yeah.
We're professionals.
Keep up with our social media. We'll let you know when it's finishing up.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into news and updates. Chat as usual. Have your say. We'll get into it. The Last of Us Part 2 media event. Sony has announced that it will be holding a state of play on September 24, same day as the Last of Us 2 media event taking place in the United States. Naughty Dog has connected the dots with a tweet that confirms the upcoming sequel will be showcased during the stream. Excited?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Can they stop talking about Last of Us 2 and just release the fucking game?
They haven't
We've seen
even
enough Naughty
spoken.
Dog. God damn it.
I've spoken
We've
about
seen
it at
enough.
all.
They've hardly spoken about it. It's
No,
been
but
like
they've
one.
released so much. I don't want to know anymore because I still haven't played the first one. Damn it!
Do you know they've only shown one demo?
Yeah.
That was
Yes, exactly, and that is enough for a single player. That is all you need. One fucking demo. If there's multiplayer,
That's all they've shown.
Demo, and good. But they're like, are they
What are you even saying?
No.
Let's mute him.
Yeah.
Don't mute me.
And he hasn't played the first one either. Like, it's classic.
I know.
Very well
I
done.
don't know why you're so angry.
I have it. I just can't play it because my PlayStation isn't here yet. I just
This,
buy the box art from it. Just one day. One day I'll play that game.
This looks really good. So with their tweet, Neil Druckmann, the creative director, tweeted out, and then a few of the other devs started. They've like made unique GIFs. Obviously, they've made them in house in their studio, and it paints a pretty grim picture for what the game's going to be. The game's going to be pretty brutal, by the sounds of it. You know, it's got a GIF of like a hammer, and the hammer's just static, and it's got, you can hear people in the background not very happy. Something's obviously happening, and then the caption underneath is "Let's hurt them," along those lines. So I'm super pumped. This is going to be like a real, I don't know, it's going to be a very adult game. I think it's going to have some pretty serious tones to it, which I don't think we haven't had in a while. We haven't had a game that's I think they're going to go down a pretty dark path with this game.
I don't know why, but I'm excited for it. I didn't get into the first one at all. I really didn't, and I'm excited to see what this one brings. I don't know why. But yeah.
Well, we're finding out. So, oh man, it's been so long since I played the first one, but I'm pretty sure Breakout Day or Outbreak Day, so the fictional day in the game where the virus mutated and started to spread, is September 24th.
Right.
So the day they show it.
That's really cool.
There's a bit of symmetry to it.
Yeah, that tie-in's really cool.
Yeah.
And they also did say that there is, what game? It's in one of their more recent games. There is an Easter egg out there that no one's found yet.
What?
For The Last of Us 2.
Right. Okay.
in one of the games. It might be Uncharted, the last Uncharted. There's something
It'd have to
that
be.
we have not found that references this game. So
Yeah. Okay.
it's fucking well hidden.
Imagine if they missed like the September 24 deadline for last year, and they've just been holding on to it since September 25th last year. This has got to roll around again so that we can put it out the way we want it.
Damn it, Jerry! Who fucking
Yeah,
changed the cat?
fucking fired. Get out.
Get out! Give me a new secretary. That'd be pretty fun.
So the Sony State of Play. The next episode of State of Play, Sony's semi-regular video series for PlayStation News, will air Tuesday, September 24th. The company announced it on Thursday. The show will begin at 4 p.m. EDT and will run for around 20 minutes. Sony said in a post on the PlayStation blog, viewers will see new game reveals, new content from PlayStation's worldwide studios, and a host of other updates, although they shouldn't hold out hope for any information on Sony's next generation plans. The article also teased a fresh new look for State of Play. So they'll be live streaming on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. It'll be the third episode of State of Play. The last one aired early May. Fans haven't really had a chance to hear updates on PlayStation games since then because Sony skipped E3. Any new State of Play? They just... I'm struggling. Typo. Hard typo. It's got me stuttering. But yeah, they skipped E3, so we haven't really heard much from them apart from the last State of Play. So what do we think of that, dudes?
Well, I'm glad they came out and announced the Last of Us is going to be there, because they can kind of get that out of the way, and whatever else they're going to show off can, get a little bit of room. Because imagine if they didn't announce The Last of Us, like that they're going to be at this event, that's all people would be expecting, and they'd just be like trying to get through everything else. Just show us The Last of Us, just get to the good stuff. So I think it's good that they did that, and they have this. I don't know what they're going to. Well, what games they're going to show off? They'd have to show off that new Medieval, like the remake of that. I don't know how super interested is in that.
Have they got much else kind of on the way at the moment?
Well, you can imagine there'll probably be some Death Stranding stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. Not much. Death Stranding's their only exclusive coming out.
I mean, they had what was it, like a 40-minute gameplay walkthrough not long ago too. It was last week or the week before.
Tokyo Game Show, yeah.
A Tokyo Game Show. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing extra of that, or maybe just them showing some more cutscenes or something.
Don't know. Maybe. Hopefully they'll give us an English version or something.
That'd be cool.
Who knows? Yeah, I don't know what they're going to show off. Obviously no PlayStation 5 news, which is fine. So I think it's going to be pretty much focused on The Last of Us, and it's going to have a few other games, I guess, sprinkled in there. Medieval, Death Stranding. That'll be it. Maybe an update to PlayStation.
Maybe. They wouldn't do
a software update. They haven't done one of those in a while.
It's way too early to tease the new console or say anything about that, or would they leave that for a little bit longer?
They wouldn't do that in a State of Play. They'd do that at that big event. I guarantee that'll be in February. It'll just be like last time they had their own event. Yeah, they announced that like 2 weeks before they actually did the event. So yeah, not expecting much out of this, but for 20 minutes.
Well, that's it. It's only 20 minutes. How much can they cover?
Yeah, it'll be Last of Us. Here's what's coming up. Here's maybe when the next State of Play is.
Yeah.
But they do have with this, I don't know, setting, how they're delivering this, they're going up against the Nintendo Directs, which are really good. Like the way they handle those and the information they give out, and they set everyone's expectations really well. They don't try and, wank it right up and it fizzles out. So they got a pretty hard time to do this against Nintendo. We'll see how they go.
Cool. Gears 5 breaks records. Gears 5 kicked off the holiday season strong, attracting over 3 million plays in its opening weekend and setting new records for Xbox Game Pass with the biggest launch week of any Xbox Game Studios title this generation. The performance easily doubled the first week's debut of Gears of War 4. It made Gears 5 the most played Xbox Game Studios title in its first week since 2012's Halo 4. That is fucking massive.
Mm-hmm.
That is massive. This is having this on Game Pass was brilliant.
Yeah,
Absolutely
it's got
brilliant.
so many more copies out there.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with it being on both on PC and Xbox now. Because I mean,
Yeah.
most of these sales that we're talking about, like it's all like exclusively Xbox, but now they've branched into that PC market. They're getting more copies of the game out there, whether that be through Game Pass Ultimate or just through general sales on PC. It's really good.
Yeah. Where were we? First week performance includes the 4-day early access period, beginning Friday, September 6th, which was exclusive to Gears 5 Ultimate Edition and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members. On the PC, Gears 5 has nearly tripled the performance of its predecessor, becoming the biggest ever launch for Xbox Game Pass for PC, and Xbox Game Studios' best ever debut on Steam. That's also massive. I mean, it's not that massive for the Game Pass on PC because that's not been around too long. So it's probably the biggest launch game on it for PC. But yeah, it's still massive. That's unreal to see.
This is slightly Gears related. I just found it funny. I was watching a video today, and it was all the Gears 5 cast, and they swapped voices and reenacted a scene. So like, you do this person, you do this person, so they all swapped roles. And it was funny as shit. But they're all trying to like imitate each other as well, and it was fucking hilarious. It was good. That's all I had. That's my story.
Cool story. Cool story.
He's more dragons and shit. I know. Look, all right.
Oh man, how do you reckon this game would have gone not on Game Pass?
I
Do you think they would have made their money back?
I still think they would have done well with it. Gears is a massive title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I reckon they're fucking crazy for putting this on Game Pass.
You reckon? Why?
Yeah, just Game Pass. I don't see it as. The more I think about Game Pass from Xbox and PlayStation, and I give two fucks what the other ones do because they don't have consoles to back their own platforms up, you know. So, but Xbox and PlayStation do. Okay, so they're the two big ones that matter. PlayStation don't do a subscription service yet. You can guarantee it's coming. I don't think AAA, their main flagship games, should be part of a subscription. Not on launch. I think you put those games to retail, to digital, your normal release schedule, and then in a year put it on to Game Pass.
But that's their big selling point with Game Pass too. It's like, all right, cool. You pay the subscription.
That's right. It's a way.
We're going to give you all our first party titles at launch, ready to go.
Yeah,
but
they're using it.
If that wasn't the case, how much less worth would Game Pass be? So, yeah, it's lots of old games.
Let me put this to you, puppies. All right, Gears comes out on Game Pass. All right, so you're looking at the roadmap for Game Pass. You're like, I'm in. I'm all in. Okay, I'm going to put my money into Game Pass.
Yep. Then
I don't know what. Pick another game that doesn't come to Game Pass. You know, it's a AAA game. Say Outer Worlds. All right. Say that wasn't going to a Game Pass model or a subscription model to any other service. Would you, if it released around the same time as Gears, would you buy it? Or would you play Gears first on the subscription and then potentially pick that up?
I'd probably play Gears first and then pick it up afterwards.
That's my issue. So Xbox, like for the consumer, for us it works really well because obviously you're getting a $60 game, $100 game in Australia for however much it is a month for the subscription service. I just don't see. I don't know how this works for Xbox. How they can possibly keep doing this and it's viable for them.
We'll look at it this way. So it's Gears on Xbox Game Pass. Oh, sweet! I paid my subscription, whatever, like $15 a month for the Ultimate, and you pay for your month so you can play Gears 5, and then you get in there and you go, okay, well, there's all these other really to get into as well. And so you go, oh, well, my subscriptions running out are renew. There's another $15 to Microsoft. Yes, it's not going to make them super amounts of money, but it's going to get people in there and into their console and into their services and paying them a regular, steady amount of cash.
But then that's all you're going to play and all you're going to be on is the subscription service. You're just going to suckle off that teat and not even go elsewhere.
But that's just drip feeding that money all the time and doing it with these like launch titles. You know, they did it with Sea of Thieves. They did it with Forza Horizon 4. These are big games for Microsoft Studios. They're massive games, and what that's going to do is bring in more people, more subscriptions to that service. That's just going to drip feed. If they don't play those games or they don't play anything but that game, they're paying over and over and over again, well over what the game's worth to start with eventually. So they're still getting that money drip fed in, and from more people, from more directions. So I see what you're saying, and I understand and agree with it to some part, but I feel that ongoing subscription that a lot of people, let's face it, I have subscriptions right now that I've completely forgotten about, should probably cancel. You know what I mean? How many people do that?
Okay, so I forgot and auto subscribe, because that's the thing as well. A Game Pass automatically. So if you forget, there's another $15.
Yep.
And I mean,
I don't know. It's just fucking subscriptions. I'm not sold on them.
Imagine that many $15 sets. That wouldn't have sold as well. They wouldn't have that many people playing if it wasn't on Game Pass. There's no doubt about that. So all that is an extra $15 a month for the most part. Some people will cancel, some people won't. Some people continue to use the service because they find the value in it. It's just drip feeding cash. It's just a steady flow of income instead of sporadic one-off purchases.
I already know a lot of people, friends that play with, only play now what games come to Game Pass. I asked them, "Oh, you going to pick this up? Is it on Game Pass?" No. You got to go buy it. No. I'll wait till it comes to Game Pass. I'm like, dude, Greedfall is a fucking wicked game. It's fairly cheap. Yes, it's not on your Xbox Game Pass, but you should go play it. You like RPGs, go play this game. No, I'll wait till it comes to Game Pass. It's like, okay. So you think if you're a publisher...
So you kind of back that point.
For what?
The subscription base. You kind of back that point with it. The fact that these people will only play what's on Game Pass.
I'm using a subpar game. You put Gears 5, or Halo, people are going to buy that. Not an unknown developer that's done a really good game that's on your console, just because it's not on your subscription service. That's what I mean. If I was PlayStation, if I owned PlayStation right now and looking at this subscription service stuff, I would definitely do a subscription service. It'd have to be on there. I'd populate it with as many good games as I could. But if Death Stranding wouldn't be on it, not at launch. God of War wouldn't be on it. Last of Us would not be on it, not at launch.
I understand what you're saying. I don't know. I'd give it 12 months though. I'd give it 3.
We know first party exclusives are going to be on.
I'd go 3. Yeah, anything. I'd go shorter. I'd get people to buy it, like to go buy the physical copy.
But if they know it's coming, they'd just wait. So you're getting lots of additional
sales.
No
fucking way. Look at this.
Think about everyone. People like, I'll play it when it comes Game Pass, or if it comes on Game Pass. They know it's going to be on there in 3 months. Why bother picking it up at full price when you're already paying a subscription and you can play other games and then on to the next one you go, and then it's there ready for.
We live in a world where getting it first, showing it off on your stream, creating content on it first is the way to go. No one is going to wait 3 months. Gears of War, you could play that early if you paid extra. And
that was on Game Pass.
People did. And you had to be Ultimate or whatever it is.
Again,
you pay that extra money,
not from a creator side of things as well. Average person playing a game, I can wait. It's going to be a lot cheaper for me in a couple of months. Why wait? Why go buy it full price when you know for a fact that you're going to get it for something you're already paying?
Yeah, well, I mean, you'd have to stagger it. You'd have to look at it properly. You wouldn't just blanket it and go, all right, every brand new AAA game is going to come to this subscription service. You can see it in a year, or you can see it in 3 months, or whatever it is. You wouldn't give people away your marketing, how you're going to do it. You'd keep people guessing. But you can't, Microsoft can't. I don't know how it would work if they put all their good games on a subscription.
How many of these 3 million players in the opening weekend do you think were on Game Pass to start with?
Most of them.
Do you think most of them?
I'd say
I'd like to see the numbers. I'd like to see the percentages.
I'd say upwards of 90% at least.
Even still, 10%. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of multiples of $15 that they're bringing in because of one game that they launched on it to start with. I don't know.
It's just I can easily put my hand up and go
method of thinking
completely wrong until I see.
I'd like to see them. I'd like to see numbers. Either way,
I need to see. Show us the numbers. But just looking at it just doesn't. It doesn't. Nothing fucking adds up to me there. Just mathematically looking at that, it just can't work. It looks good now. That's the issue, and that's all everyone can see. They're just looking at how cool and how good the value is. And
that's the point.
Exactly. But no one, I don't think anyone's looking a bit further ahead at what. Obviously, Xbox are. That'd be just absolutely ridiculous. They know exactly what's going on. So they're probably right. But it just.
I've got a feeling they're right. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It just seems weird. But they also came out this week and said they're not going to divulge any more sales data or anything like that, which is really weird.
Oh, that's a bit shady. Yeah.
That is a bit. Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, they're like, no, we're not going to do any. I can't remember what it is. But they're not going to show off any more data. And then people were blowing up. They're like, well, back in the 360 generation, fucking every weekend you'd put out new sales stats about what was going on and how many.
The way they're making sales to has changed. I mean, the subscription service changes a lot. This is not direct sales per game anymore either.
Yeah,
that's true.
Anyway,
I mean, they could. Yeah.
Let's move on, shall we? That turned into a well done Gears 5 and from well done to Gears 5 into a shitstorm. So shall we move on? Speaking of shitstorms.
Oh, that's really I love it.
So what is next for Anthem? This is long and wordy, guys, and I have a 9th grade reading, public reading education. So bear with me. This will be interesting. Chad from the head of live services gives an update. We hear your concerns on core issues in Anthem and are acting on it. Those systems require a more thorough review and reworking versus quick fixes. We've got a team working on that now and early results are promising. In order to address these long-range plans, we are moving away from the act structure for updates. Instead, we have additional seasonal updates planned for this year that we think players will enjoy. These events will deliver challenges and chases similar to what you've seen, and are built around some fun themes we're bringing to the game. As I've said previously, we want to be transparent with you, that we know more work needs to be done to make Anthem better. We also want to ensure we're backing up our words with a great game you can play. I don't have any news today to share about the long-term changes we are bringing to Anthem. What I can say is that we will continue to engage with you, our community, through PTS, when we can show what is coming.
Say the last bit.
Stronger together. Jesus fuck.
So, we need to, for those who don't know how Anthem's original roadmap DLC thing was structured, there were 3 acts. There was going to be Act 1, which was the Cataclysm, which was severely delayed, and there was a whole shitstorm with that. And there's supposed to be Act 2 and Act 3. So we've got through Act 1 and they're ditching them. Alright, you're getting seasonal content, which will be similar, but we don't know when we're going to get it to, what it's going to be, because we can't talk about it because we haven't figured it out. This is not, yeah.
That's code for the last 6 players that are still playing this game, get out.
Run.
Yeah.
The last drinks have been called.
Run.
This is them putting it in maintenance mode with a small tank and they may do some updates with an event here or there. That's not a lot of hard work.
I don't foresee a great future going on here.
No, I have a feeling we won't be seeing much from Anthem. I will see small updates for a little while. I give it another 6 to 8 months. We won't hear anything. It'll just kind of be there in maintenance mode for those who are still playing it. If there are people still playing it at that point. I mean, I know there's a very, very minuscule, nearly non-existent player base there at the moment, but
It's the biggest flop in history, that game.
Oh, it's ridiculous. What was it? 7 months off ditching ditching their old roadmap and like totally abandoning it and doing something else.
And see, what annoys me the most is it's EA doing that. Oh, and BioWare. Blame both of them. You look at No Man's Sky, when that released, that was a shitstorm of crap. That game was just not what was promoted, not was advertised. It didn't work correctly. It was just whatever. Now it's like through hard work that they've put into it, post-launch, they've turned it into something that's apparently really, really, really good. That Anthem had that massive potential for BioWare to do that, or for EA to do that. All they had to do was kind of just take all the feedback and all the criticism and just wear that gigantic wall of shit that they was getting thrown on, deservedly so. Just weather through it and work on the game and bring it back to something cool. Instead, now they're just fucking, they're done, mate. That's it.
I mean, a lot of this comes back to that article about how it developed. They didn't know what was going on in the last 6 months as far as game direction. So that's reflected, and they're still scrambling from that to kind of get all this content out. They've realized we can't do this. We have to change the way we're doing things by doing nothing.
Pretty much. Static, did you play it?
Oh, I played the beta.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I mean, there was enough in the beta for me to want to get it, but it was always going to be one of those games I didn't get straight away. I was kind of, at that point, I was going to see how it panned out, and I'm really glad I did. It worked out well for me. But
yeah, I was the opposite. I was all in for this.
Well, you were all in from the get go. Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I mean, this game is
you were balls deep in that bad boy.
Originally, I was balls deep in this motherfucker.
Yeah,
here I am.
Got the Anthem tattoo.
Just
it's okay. I had that laser removed.
He's got thick boy for life.
Thick boy life. Yeah. No, it's a shame. That game had so much potential going for it. It's a shame they couldn't recover it. And things went the way it did, because Dragon Age isn't looking good either, and BioWare are going to have a real hard time after 3 games that have not been received well or have majorly flopped, providing Dragon Age goes the way of the last 2, which is looking like it the way things are sounding.
Better not.
I really hope it doesn't. I don't want it to. I want BioWare to have a win. They deserve it. But
no, they don't. They don't deserve shit. Not after that fucking game. No one deserves anything after that. They deserve a smack on the ass, told not to do it again.
You've been a very naughty boy.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus, deserve a win.
I don't know.
I'm not talking about the company so much. I'm talking about the people that are actually working on the game. Like
you look at BioWare as a dev team now. They're not the same team that did.
True.
You know, fucking words. Dragon Age, Mass Effect, all that. It's a different team. So, rip.
Yikes.
Rip.
Goodbye.
F's in chat.
Yeah.
Done.
Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC. The rumours of a PC port for Red Dead Redemption 2 refuse to die, with a new listing for the game popping up on Australia's rating board. A mystery title from Rockstar Games listed as Bonaire appeared on the Australian Classification Board's website last month, but was later removed as there is no computer game called Bonaire, according to email correspondence with Reset Error.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
So they just Jedi mind trick the fuck out of these guys, or what?
God damn you, Reddit.
However, a new listing for Red Dead Redemption 2 was refused classification on August 2019. Meanwhile, the original listing remains from September 5, 2018 remains on the board's website, suggesting that the new one may refer to a re-release of some kind. The board often rates new versions of games separately. Although mounting evidence continues to point to a PC version of Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar has so far remained silent on the topic. As such, any assertions for the existence of a port remain speculative. However, the game has already proven to be a massive success on console, surpassing 24 million sales by May this year. That's fucking massive. So, I don't know. Would you
tell me that would have been successful on Game Pass?
Oh, it would have.
24 million times 100 or times 60. That's a lot of coin.
Yeah.
Now times that by 15 for 6 months.
Yeah.
Because that's how people are still playing Red Dead, man.
Yeah.
Are they? What is it? What are they playing on Red Dead? The online.
Red Dead Online. People are still exploring the map, doing side quests, or hunting stuff. There's a lot to that game, man. It's a big game.
No, I beat it.
So, look, as far as a PC port, would you not want that to be known? Would you? I don't know. I'm confused here. Would you not want people to know that you're trying to bring it to PC?
Earlier this week, didn't Rockstar announce that they're doing their own PC launch? They're joining the wave of the independent PC platforms launches, and they're bringing their own. I dare say they're going to throw that one.
I didn't catch it. I was too busy being disappointed by Borderlands 3.
Ooh, too soon. No, you're right. It is that they do have a PC launcher. It's out now, actually. I think.
Yeah,
they San Andreas. Is
that's right.
they're
giving out San Andreas for free.
So if you want San Andreas,
go get your Rockstar launcher. Just add another.
Get your Rockstar launcher.
Add another icon to your desktop. It's fine.
You watch everyone rage.
We'll be able to spell out fuck PC launches by the end of next year, just in different launches. I might even be able to get across the two screens. And I'll put that as a screensaver. It'd be great.
I didn't think people were still. I didn't think their online side of Red Dead Redemption 2 was doing very well. I thought it kind of tanked a little bit, especially compared to Grand Theft Auto.
They did have an update. They did have an update.
Yeah, it was quite recently, I think.
That added a lot of stuff to the game, but it didn't do as well as they'd hoped it would. I don't think, but it still did okay. Like there's still people playing it. There's more people playing that than Anthem. So.
Mate,
there's always a positive, right?
People is more the people playing than Anthem.
But yeah, it's still going. They're obviously kept it going. So yeah, I dare say we'll see PC launch on the new launcher. I don't know, maybe in like 6 months, maybe once they get everything kind of smoothed out.
Dude, imagine how good this game would look on PC.
Oh man,
that game already looked amazing as it was on console, on PC. Holy shit. That will look very nice. Definitely wouldn't get it again though. That's not worth.
Not worth going again.
Just go. Oh, look how pretty it is.
So what do you think's the best way for them to bring it out on PC? Being that it's been out for 6 months.
On the Epic Games
I would release it with.
It's an Epic exclusive. Yep, done.
Yep.
I would release it with a big fat update. Like, what was the fucking DLC from the first one? The Undead Nightmares. That was the zombie DLC, which was awesome. That was like so fucking good. I would do it with that.
Maybe they do like a Red Dead pack. Yeah, Red Dead 1, like all the games on PC. We'll port it over. That'd be a way to do it.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot there.
Sales,
yeah, there is.
There is a lot there, but you put a good price on it.
Yeah, I don't know. They just gotta. You put this game on PC, it's going to sell.
Absolutely, yeah.
Shit ton. For anyone who hasn't played it, I mean, Avenger?
No.
Oh my
Jesus,
God.
man.
Not one of them.
Oh, you haven't played?
I haven't played two. I haven't played any of the other ones. I only played two because it looked really good, and I missed the train on the other one. And
I see what you did there.
Yeah, right. I like if a bundle came out with the other games on there, I'd be like, oh yeah, maybe I'd go back and check back the other two.
Red Dead Revolver and stuff like that would not hold up today.
Yeah, I don't think it would have aged well.
No, it isn't. It wouldn't have aged
Unless
well.
they remastered it, so it was.
Red Dead 1 would. The issues in that game are kind of the issues that are in the second game. So I guess if you enjoyed the second one, you're going to enjoy the first one, just downgraded a lot more.
Yeah.
And it is the same story. It is continuing. So yeah, I guess a big re-release of all those games on new launcher would do them.
That would do them really well.
Yep.
You have to pay a subscription service to get on the launcher.
Oh God.
All right, that'll about do us for the week, I think, dudes.
Yeah.
Who are we? Where are we? What do we do? All that stuff. Let the good people know.
You can find me, Mixer, Twitter, Instagram, deft_puppies. Gray
Aussie Gamer, Twitter, YouTube, and Insta.
Have you been doing with that? You did use it?
Yes.
You remembered. You remembered.
Yay.
Static.
And I am Static Oz. You'll find me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all those places, and probably more. If you would like to get in touch with the podcast, you can find us on Twitter at @left_pod. You can also find us here and there over on Mixer, also here on Twitch, there on Mixer, 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, Sunday nights, twitch.tv/staticoz and mixer.com/deft_puppies. I don't know why I paused there. Thank you so much for hanging out, dudes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Rate, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Bye.
See you, bye.